Sorry, I know the model in the ad is wearing just a black, silky, barely there top, but it's freezing down here, so I decided I'd stick with the turtleneck. It's so cold that even my sweets that I brought with me are frozen. I hope I'm not going to lose the teeth here. Hi everyone and welcome back to Lindalibraloca. My name's Anne and today is another video in the series Inspired By, where I try to recreate holiday or seasonal ads with makeup I already own. This time it will be the Dior Splendor Holiday 2016 collection, a black smoky eye with a classic red lip and lots of highlight. Perfect for the upcoming holidays. If you're interested to see more of me, please subscribe. I upload every Wednesday and occasionally on Sunday. Let's jump right in. I'm going to start with the base, and as per usual, you may have seen me do this 100 times before. I'm trying to cover my under eye circles that I get from not sleeping using the Bobbi Brown corrector in the color Light Bisque. I've been using it for 100 years now and I still need to double check. Next up is the Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place makeup in the color 1C1 Cool Bone. And I'm going to apply that today using a buffing brush, which gives a more luminous finish. The same effect would be achieved if you were to use a beauty blender. And I usually do use a beauty blender, but I'm filming in my studio slash office area in the cellar and I forgot to wet it and I just can't be to get up. Quick observation here. I used to be combination oily, but I changed my skincare recently. I got some retinol medication and my skin has been a lot drier, and now I found for the first time using it that this foundation clings to dry patches that I have. So if you're a dry skin girl, that's not the foundation for you. To bring back some contour in my flat face, I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Cream Kit, and I'm using this shade over here on my Evelyn contour brush, just a very subtle contour. So I'm keeping it to the outer part of my face and then go over with the buffing brush to soften it even more. Going to let that sit for a little before I start to powder and move on to the eyes. And it's very funny that I'm actually using the NYX Jumbo pencil in the color Black Bean, because for my first ever Inspired By post, that was what I bought, because I did not own and still don't own any black eyeshadow. I haven't used it much since because it creases horribly on me. So I'm going to use it as a base and then go in with a flat eyeshadow brush to map out the shape, because I just can't draw with pencil that big. And I think I need to repeat that a few times, because when you start blending the product, it gets a lot lighter, more like a grayish color, charcoal color than a deep black. Okay, so I did about 4 layers of that, patting it out, and then I switched to a smaller eyeshadow brush to get that edge. Now for the easy part, if it smudges lightly, it is easily blended. So I'm just taking a fluffy brush or crease brush and soften the edges. The eyeshadow in the picture is more matte than glossy, and the finish on this eyeshadow or this stick is pretty glossy. So I'm going to just set it lightly with a translucent powder. This one is by Clarins and it really has no color. So it just takes away the glossiness without making the color more gray. For mascara, I'm going for full-on drama with the Lancome Grandiose Mascara. To be honest, I'm not the biggest fan of this fancy brush, but it does add drama in a clumpy and spiky way, so if you're not into that, don't get this mascara. That seems to be the effect she has with her probably falsies. I would apply falsies, but we would be here tomorrow if I tried. Now that I look at it, it reminds me a lot of Black Swan, the movie with Natalie Portman and Mila Kunis, I think. Don't worry, I'm not going to get up and dance because I'm nothing of a prima ballerina. And then I'm going in with the brows. Usually I would use my Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade, but my mother loves it and I've taken it away with her on holiday. So here I am stuck with my brow pencil. And her brows don't look overly done. She just has some definition on the top and they're pretty thick, so I'm trying to draw in a few more hairs. But all in all, the brow looks pretty natural. in with some clear brow gel. This one's by Anastasia, not my favorite. And then I'm going to just brush the hairs up so you can really see them. Now for the fun part, the one thing you rarely see me using, highlight. Me, Beat the Blues, Sunbeam. Bought it back in the days when I started with reading blogs, because it was said to be a dupe for, whoa, now that's shine. A dupe for the Benefit Sunbeam, but I rarely used it because I'm just not too big on highlighters. Angie has that all along her cheekbone. Sorry if I keep looking down, but there's the mirror. She even has it on her tip of her nose. I really don't get why people do that. Glow, glow, glow. All in all, that's not a very complicated look. You don't mind lots and lots of black around your eyes. For a lip color, I'm using the Sephora cream lip stain in the color 01 and the nude lip liner by MAC, the Naked Liner, just to prevent it from bleeding. You see, when you're older than 35, those fine lines, even if you're not smoking, really get to be noticeable. The Sephora cream lip stain. The trick with that one is to use a thin layer, blot, and then apply another one. Time to fake a bob. After my camera rudely cut me off because she was thinking that I had been rambling for long enough. Probably she was right. Just taking my hair together back there and then pulling it up front so I look as if I had short hair. Okay, now for the fun part. One hand's here, and then she goes one hand here, one hand behind there, and then I always wonder what they are thinking. Okay, that's my version of the Dior Splendor Holiday look. I hope you liked it. I think a more toned down version would be great for New Year's Eve, so maybe you got some inspiration, even though I don't think it's very unique. Dark eye, red lip, lots of highlight. I have to say I kind of dig that highlight. I need to rotate it back into my everyday stash. Please like, comment, subscribe, the whole shebang, and I'm going to see you soon with another beauty video. Bye! Immer die falsche Hand. I recreate the Dior Splendor. Without further ado, let's please like, tell me in the comments